Representative Ward.
Speaker, I rise with reservations.
Please proceed with reservations. Will I incorporate this on third reading, sir?
You mean will I change my mind, or will I say the same things then what I'm going to say now?
The same thing that you're going to say, so we could cut the journal
Possibly,
short.
if my words are taken to heart,
please proceed.
I won't have to speak again. If they're not taken to heart, I may have to remind people there's a few things that need correction.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Speaker. Thank you for that primer for my thoughts, because first I wanted to commend the budget chair for a job well done, almost, but because it puts the, how would you put it? It puts the COFA funds as a separate issue, and it takes them out of the purview of what otherwise is now about $120 million per year for the Micronesian social, educational, and other budget. It also recognizes that we, as an independent body, have rejected what otherwise the fifth floor, of which many people thought, because the fifth floor says it, we're going to do it, and this budget does not reflect that perspective. Mr. Speaker, I do have a concern about the tenor and tone of the committee report, and I hope in the final and the third reading one I won't have to mention this, because it's more like tsunami language. It says the impact of the previous administration policy has been widespread, significant, and devastating. I don't think that's very fair or objective. And you know, I know we always like to blame the guys that came before us, but this is not very erudite nor fair, quite frankly. There's too much that we have control over, which we blame people before us. The other thing, Mr. Speaker, is that the Council of Revenues, 24 hours after this budget went in, bumped us up by $266 million. If we would have waited, maybe there would be less shock value in this budget, because right now there's a huge gap that's been acknowledged within that short period of time. And if we look at the realities of what happened last Thursday, thank God we're all safe, but look what's going on in Japan, and the visitor industry is going to be direly affected by that. You can add another $100 million because of the downturn of Japanese tourism that's going to occur because of the tsunami. So the point is, we are going to be in deeper trouble than we already had anticipated. We've still got to look for more savings. We've still got to look at some of those structural flaws. Mr. Speaker, we got 13 hospitals which are bleeding every year, $25 to $50 million. We've got to look at getting those things structured and restructured. I'm also concerned that we only have a 3-year plan. The 6-year plan is what is called for in the Constitution. This is a 3-year plan. Even though there was a 6-year plan submitted, it was the Lingle administration one, but what came from the fifth floor and what I've seen in this one is only for 3 years. So we still got 3 years to go to see if we're out of the woods. One of the last points, Mr. Speaker, is, okay, yeah, you minority guys, you stand up and you make complaints and you give different kinds of slighted comments here and there, and the often asked question is the one I'm going to end on, is that, okay, what are you, the minority, what are you going to do about this? Where are your cuts? Where is your balanced budget? And Mr. Speaker, I want to announce that the minority in its second year is going to put out its alternative budget. It's still under construction, but it's going to be at www.hawaiistatebudgetonline.com. So anybody can see it, and it's for the public to basically look at an Excel sheet that's interactive. They can choose where the revenues that they want to fund it, taxes, if they want to increase taxes, they have the choice, and what expenditures they want to add or they want to subtract. So, Mr. Speaker, when somebody says, well, they stand up, they complain, they don't have a delivery system, www.hawaiistatebudgetonline is that delivery system. For the following reasons and those that I've just spoke of, I have strong reservations. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any further discussion, members of the House, on second reading? Representative Ching.
Just reservations in the words of the minority leader incorporated as my own. Thank you.
Ordered with reservations. If there is no further discussion, all those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. The motion is carried.